Hello everybody, and welcome back to both you and I. I am so sorry about that quote-unquote little hiatus, you know? Oh man, I've had some crazy stuff happening with both life and work, and it's just been a bit crazy to keep a consistent upload schedule, so I decided to kind of press pause on things, kind of get my bearings first, and now I'm coming back at you ready for more content. But we're not doing everything the same. I got a new editing software. I finally decided to make the investment into Adobe, so I'm working with CS6 stuff. Oof, mouthful. I barely got that out there. Working with Adobe CS6 now, and holy cow, Photoshop and Adobe Premiere, holy cow, it blows my brain how powerful and nice. Like, even like working on thumbnails, like being able to change like gradients and stuff, like it doesn't just apply them, like, oh, that's so nice. It's like, oh yeah, GIMP is good, and I mean, nothing against GIMP. I still do some stuff in GIMP just because I'm not used to Photoshop, but whew, man, that freaking Adobe stuff is nice. And nested sequences in Premiere, holy cow, like how have I freaking edited without these things? So nice, saves so much time rendering, and oh my gosh, it's so nice. So I figured, hey, let's just jump in. First video, coming back from the hiatus, Minecraft, right? I mean, Minecraft, you either love it or you hate it, but this is like, I feel, the one series I can kind of talk a bit more, you know, because you can be really gameplay focused, or you can kind of take a step back and be just fine. So I figured I'd come back to you with one of these, and then we'll get some other series going. Closing up a lot of series, starting a lot of new series. It's sad to see series go, you know, because we finish them, but it's good to have some closure on some stuff. I can look back and be like, yeah, I let's play that game. So look forward to those, and honestly, let's just take a spawn tour real fast. A whole lot hasn't changed, just because like life stuff, like a lot of the people that play on the server anyway have been affected by that. So unfortunately, not a whole lot of progress, especially at spawn. Death games is still going well. We got a few new server members, but we'll see if they last or not. Definitely not making videos, unfortunately. We got the enchanting stores making some progress. Got the book up top. Use some layers note. It looks great, man. It looks good. Freaking armor stance. No wonder. See, sometimes I wonder, why do we have so much spawn lag? And then I'd see all of our item frames on our maps and our chests and our banners, and oof, it's ridiculous how many entities we have back at spawn, even though we don't have that many animals. So the banner house, I finally figured out how to make a banner on a banner. It's beautiful, and I love it. Not a whole lot of banners. I'm like the only one freaking making banners. And I always go up to people and I was like, you should make banners, and they're like, yours look too good. I'm like, no, it's not a competition. But like, I come in here and I just feel inspired, you know? I have mortar. I made that one myself. I'm so proud. I made most of these. Some of these are off the internet. I'm not gonna lie. That guy, a couple of them. But I mean, like, I'm my dad. I love the gradient. That looks really good. Oh man. Also another thing, as I close the door in my face, I freaking do this every time. Yeah, that's the right word. I've lit up spawn. From sakes, English. I've lit up spawn, and it looks ugly. In the night, it looks a bit better. But, like, in daytime, it's just like, ooh, a bunch of torches on the ground. Looks ugly. And it's temporary. I hope it's temporary. I'm going to try to do some fancy stuff, and honestly, our spawn, we need a bit more unifying, a bit more stuff in the center here, but we'll see if we can work on that. A little bit of work on the Builders Guild. Merry Christmas. Oh, man, it's been so long since an episode. A little bit of work on the Builders Guild. Pawn shop has gotten some work done too. Not quite functional yet, but some really cool pawn banners over there. Yeah, good stuff. And of course, we have Callie's community kitchen. It's finally open. Like, I don't know, she kind of hit a creative roadblock, so we did some building together, and this is what we kind of came up with. A bunch of recipes up top, some furnaces, you know, just the cutesy looking stuff. Look at these banners. Is that not the freaking, I love that so much. Good stuff like that. And then in the bottom, you've got like all the ingredients, so like the milk, cocoa beans, eggs, more cocoa beans. All the eggs should end up here eventually. Oh no, that's right. Okay, so this is the coolest thing ever. Like, we were trying to get like a way to collect the eggs, right? But like, no way we did it, kind of matched with the stone theme, because carpets, didn't work too well down here. So we just trapped a bunch of chickens in there, so the eggs don't really come from these chickens, they come from these chickens. Good stuff, you know, like, oh look, it's all sanitary, and don't worry about those being there. We're all good, yeah, I really like the feel. It's just, it's cozy, it's nothing too fancy, but it really brings to life Spawn a bit more. Oh, I was gonna eat some cake, but I'm not hungry. Ooh, daytime. Awesome. Not too much has happened. We're gonna try to do something to make that guy look a bit more pretty. I think we've done some work on the museum. Oh, and I think is this now open? Not open yet, sorry. It's getting closer, man. It's getting closer. Look at this. Headless Horseman, skeleton, spider, Mario. Look at that. It's beautiful. It'll be fun once that opens. Got some horses over there. Museum we've done a little bit of work on. Mostly just mob stuff. I don't remember. Were all the heads here last time? It's been too long, man. It's been too long. First banner ever made. First crafting table. I mean, it's cool to have a museum, and like all this stuff is legit. Like these grass blocks were like the same grass blocks as we used for our little spawn hut. These guys were here. I don't think the spider jockey was there. I don't think the endermite was there. I think everything else is pretty much the same. Netherrack within the nether hub. It's coming along. I mean, with so many projects, Alyssa's got so many freaking projects, and that's chill, man. Like, I'm gonna start a bunch more because I find it's really easy to get bored if you don't have a lot going on. If you can't work on a project you want to work on, that kind of defeats the purpose of playing a game. So if you got a bunch of different, flavors and stuff, that's fun stuff, man. Let's see. Let me think if there's anything else we need to look at Spawn. Oh yeah, of course. I'm not sure what that is, to be honest. Or that either. I think this might be like a contract place, like come and we'll build your home. Obviously still work in progress. I think that might be someone's new base. But we didn't want bases at spawn, so we might have to move that guy. And then this is Alyssa's latest and greatest project. It's a quest tower. And so she's still working on it, and I haven't read any of this stuff. But it looks like she's putting in some good effort here. I'm not sure what the symbol was on the front. I asked her and she said, you're going to have to do the quest, so who knows, man. Future episodes, it might be here, man. Alrighty, everybody, so I think for our first activity of the day, we're going to start a new server-wide minigame. Kind of like the death games, but this time original. Or as far to my knowledge, original. I haven't heard of this before. I'm not saying other people haven't done it, but I'm not stealing directly now. So my idea was, our world is it's getting to the point where it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not like, wow, everybody wants to download this map now. Like, but it's fun to see your own progress on your own server, You kind of get that ownership feeling, and Spawn is coming a bit more together, and we're filling up a bit, and it's good stuff. So I thought, hey, Spawn is a pretty cool place, and we're starting to branch out a bit off from Spawn a bit. And so I figured, hey, what would be a good way to get everybody exploring? And we've talked about this before, and I've got a couple ideas. This is kind of my newest, latest, and easiest to implement idea that ooh, spooky cave noises. Okay, so keeping on track. The kind of game is like Find Jack's Head. That's a stupid name. I just came up with it because I couldn't think of anything else. But kind of the dealio is, if I can actually put this on, we're gonna have this guy be a scarecrow. I brought signs. Let me go grab signs. Okay, I got signs. So kind of the idea here is, this is Jack. He's a scarecrow, right? And usually scarecrows, they're gonna have pumpkins. That's a kind of valid option, Scares away the birds. It works, right? But I figured what we could do is we could, place down a sign and do like, help find Jack's head. Why is head capitalized? That makes no sense. And then do like, I forget you can't go backwards on signs. See below. I cannot type while recording. I swear I can type better than this. Just not while recording, man. It's the recording course. Now that period looks strange. Alright. OCD, deal with it. So the deal is we're trying to help find Jack's head, and so we're gonna hide. I haven't determined the radius yet, but we're gonna hide it within a certain radius around spawn. And so you're gonna have to place the pumpkin. It either has to be valid to air, or you should be able to see it quite not too sneaky from somewhere where you can have air above your head, So basically you don't hide it in a freaking cave. But the idea is we're gonna have like this little shack downstairs here. How do we want to do this? Maybe like this. So if we get our dropper and our chest, and then put like a dropper facing this way, fill it with pumpkin seeds, and then put down a chest, get a button, pachow, sign, just do rush rage. And then what will happen is every time you find Jack's head around in the world, it's like, oh, I found him. That was easy. Obviously, it'll be trickier than this. You'll go ahead and you hide him somewhere else, and then you come back to this little scarecrow, come on down, and then hit the button. And this is how many points you have. And so over time we'll be able to see like, whoa, this person has like way more points than me. And then I'm hoping to eventually get it to the point, like look up some stuff, because it's been a while since I've done redstoning and I was never quite good at it. But like put like a, probably back here if possible, put a redstone lamp and then the name. I can't even spell my name. Complete. So that way, whenever you hit the button, I would get it so the light would stay on until the next person hits their button. And so that way, when you come down, you'll be like, has someone found it since I've hidden it? Nope. Okay. Or I might be like, oh, Alyssa found it. Oh, I gotta go figure that out now. So hopefully that'll turn out quite well. I think it's a cool idea, and it's simple, but I think it could be like kind of a fun server tradition here. So yeah, let's find Jack's head. Let me go ahead and get the rest of these down, and we'll see where we go from here. Ta-da! It is finished. Well, kind of, I ran out of droppers, but that's besides the point. I guess we have placed down the chest still. Wow, I picked the perfect number of chests. That's amazing. So it's not really all set up now, but it's playable. I'll work on the lights. I'll see what I can do. Some T flip-flop. Do T flip-flops work 9 different ways though? I don't think they do. But maybe they do. Maybe I'm just being silly. It's night now too. So yeah, that's find Jack's head. I'll have to figure out the radius and just make sure it's not too far. And I figured we should do one last thing before we cut to the next segment, and that is check how much freaking product we sold, you know? And of course you do that by counting your chips, you know? When you're sitting around a table, time enough for talking. When the singing's done. I'm sorry, this is a bad song. This is not bad. Who's still giving me birchwood though? It's like this is as many trees as I don't have to cut down now, and that makes me happy. I'll pick that up later. It was so pitiful. I haven't played on the server for a while, and I locked back on, and I was like, oh, I'll check how much I sold, you know, and I check it out, and I'm just like, whoa, where'd my hole go? And I start digging the whole place apart, and then I realized I was like looking at the opposite edge. I wasn't looking at the far one. I was looking at the close one. I was like, curses, man. It hurt. It was pitiful. Oh yeah, and we did spruce up this building a bit. Just added the andesite, some lighting, the vines, the bushes, the banners, little things. I mean, it's amazing how just a little bit of detail and depth, color and texture really makes a difference. It kind of astounds me. So yeah, I figured, I found out that these like 3 members of the server were kind of like secluded off to an area, and so I decided, heck, you know, I'd never seen this before, and I mean they're a bit younger, so although their building skills might not be as, whoa, that was close. You hear that, creeper? Although their building skills might be pro, mine aren't either. Like, I don't know, I used to feel like I was a good builder, but now I just feel like a kind of average builder. That is freaking loud. Is that friendly creatures technically? What is that? Environment? No. Players? It's players. Strange. I never thought it would be players. Okay, so I thought, let's give it a tour. 'Cause, I mean, it's interesting to see, like, new stuff. Like, the creativity runneth freely, if you know what I'm saying. So, I figured we could do a little bit of a tour. That wouldn't hurt us a little bit. So let's go find the first little house. Ooh, look at this, man. I like the doors as the back of the chairs. Obviously the throne right there. Nice, nice. Good depth going on here. 10 out of 10 we'll look at again. Ooh, that even looks nice. It's fun to see someone who's not scared to try new things, you know? I'm trying to hunt down the server files for the kind of first server that I played on. Like, my introduction to Minecraft was a bit skewed. Like, I had heard my friends talk about it for so freaking long, and I'm just like, this game sounds stupid. Like, I'm never gonna buy this. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you know, it's on sale because it's a beta or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. Was it alpha? No, it was beta at the time. And so I was like, oh, I'll look at it. And then I was like, whatever, I'll buy it. And as soon as, and this was back when we had even crappier internet. As soon as I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it, and then we go to do PayPal, and like the internet goes off for like 4 days, and it was like, are you kidding me? And then like PayPal wanked out, so we had to like use like a credit card. So I finally got it, and I started playing it, and I was like, this is so strange. It's like, this is really cool, and like breaking, you know, stuff with my fist with the wood, and I hadn't seen like any videos. It was crazy how blind I went into it, and like I was like, okay, let's move this gray stuff, whatever it is. It was stone, you know, of course, but I was like, what the freak? This takes so long to mine. And then I was like, it's not too bad. And then it didn't even drop the block. And it's like, how are you supposed to build with stone? It looks cool. I'll have to figure it. I'll have to do a tour of that world one day. But I'm hoping to track down the server files for the server we used to play on. Because I played on that for like maybe 2 days, breaking stone with my fist like a boss. And then I decided, and then I saw my friends, and they were like, what, you have it? And they're like, we're coming over right now. And so we go over to my house, and the first thing they did was log me onto the server, and they're like, okay, great. And then they introduced me to crafting tables, which was amazing. And I was like, well, this is so cool. And then they were like, okay, now go to the nether. And I was like, what? And so like, I don't know, I think my love for the nether partly comes from that, because that's kind of what I was introduced to. And so, yeah, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. First gas that I saw, I missed the first arrow, but the second arrow I hit, and it like hit square on, and it was like, wow, you killed it with one shot. And I was like, yeah, that's right. And of course, that was like my first time shooting a bow. And so the first time I was like, just right click, and I was like, eh. It's like, oh, no, wait, that was back in the day when you didn't have to charge up bows. Wait, was that before? No, I think you still had to charge up bows. I cannot remember. I don't know. I can't remember if I played with non-charged up bows or not. It's like one of those things, you've read it so much that you like, oh yeah, I'd totally do that. I remember when beds came out though. Beds, revolutionary, man. They changed the world. Oh, MLG Pro. Whoop. As soon as I say that, I like this horse stable though. That's way nice. Really cool. I don't know. Horse tables always look so dang cool. So yeah, that's kind of my my very skewed introduction to Minecraft. It was fun though. I really like the nether. I have a big nether project in store. I want to finish off the hub though. The hub. Ooh, it's love-hate. It's really love-hate. I'm gonna go show you what I mean. I really like the bottom level. The bottom level turned out great because that's where all of our portals are. And it's so freaking colorful. It's amazing how colorful it is, and it looks really good. And I really like the look. Oh, you gotta hold W here. But like the other levels, I don't know. The woods are good. I wish it had more depth besides just like the basic shape. And of course, that basic shape is a circle, so it's, I mean, it's not like basic, but especially for Minecraft, but still. I don't know. It'd be cool to do like a sphere thing, but I feel like everybody does those. Plus that would be crazy to do. I really like this bottom level. There's some fixing we have to do. Why is that like that? Strange. I mean, there's some fixing we have to do and stuff, but I mean, overall it looks good. The problem was like, I went to, Alyssa's portal is up there. So I went to go visit her, and I was like, got on my horse, and then I was like, okay. And then it's like, these staircases gotta go at some point. So it's like, what the heck do we do? So I'm thinking, we'll punch a hole through here. Like there. Maybe like there. And then what we'll do is run staircases diagonal like this. I originally did this, I think it was nah, that's a secret project. I can't tell you about that. But I was like, oh, this looks really good. So I'm thinking if we make it wide enough for a horse and just do spiral staircases, that could look really cool. Put some vines, mix in some mossy cobble, some cracked stone brick or something. Because, I mean, this looks pretty ugly, but with a little detail, you could get it looking pretty good. So that's a major project that I don't think anybody wants to take on. Another thing is we gotta make it safe for gas spawning, because let me explain how gas spawning works. So gas can spawn on a single block that's level, and so if he wants to spawn here, I believe it's, I'm trying to remember, I think he checks a 4 block, I think it's like a 4.5 radius. So if there's any blocks 4.5, like, so from this block he'll check to see if there's any blocks within like a 4.5 block radius, and then he'll spawn. He doesn't care about light levels, he doesn't care about like if it's only 1 block, no, it doesn't matter. And so basically you have to stick blocks in the way or else they'll all spawn here. And I don't want to put slabs on top of this, and I don't want to indent it either because it doesn't look as good. So we'll have to see what we want to do with that. And originally was thinking light fixtures, but I mean, what do you put like right here? I don't know. That's hard too. And then of course all that dark oak I have to chop down. Maybe I probably have enough wood though. So yeah, we'll have to get going on that. We'll finish the stairs and then we'll start a really, I'm really excited about this nether project. It's exciting. You already got a taste of it, but I'm just gonna leave it. It's pretty great and leave it at that. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and skip to our last section of the video. Alrighty guys, I'm sorry if this episode is a bit longer. I guess I'm a bit too excited and I'm a bit scatterbrained, and I apologize for that. Episodes should return as normal and I won't be like, hey, I haven't showed you this yet. So it should be coming back to normal after this one, so please forgive me for that. Thank you for your support. I'm sorry I took the hiatus again, and things will be coming back to normal. Thank you guys for all your support. I really appreciate it. And I thought, heck, let's finish off the video with some enchanting. And I had to say, every time I come into this little building, ooh man, I get the chills. This is honestly one of my favorite builds. It's so simple, but it works, man. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. Happy. Alrighty. Bane of Arthropods 5, my favorite. Feather falling, that's good. I guess I should be looking at the other ones too. I mean, if it's a pretty good one, like feather falling, you take it, you know, no questions asked. Respiration's pretty good. Smite, projectile protection. I'll take the projectile protection, man. Fire aspect is always fun too. Efficiency books, man. You don't think you need them, but you burn through them with work picks. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Projectile protection. Sharpness 2. I'm gonna go for the sharpness 2, actually. I probably should have taken the efficiency. Oh, there we go. Efficiency. Nice, man. How many levels do we have? One last enchant. Projectile protection. I don't like projectile protection, though. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we get a good one. Efficiency 2. Yeah, it's worth it. Let's see. Is this one any good? Power 2? Nah, we're good. We're good. Awesome. There you go. There you have it, folks. Have a great day. I know I've had a great day. I hope you've had a great day, and I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Until next time, when I'm hopefully less scattered brain and we're in the groove of things, I'll see you then.